This video is to help you go over the main idea notes, which is also a self-paced formative assignment. So make sure as you are going through here, you are going over the notes that are provided on our next unit, main idea. You will also be asked to complete some tasks as you go through the slides where you fill in the blanks. And when you are done, you will submit this assignment as a formative grade. Now, the nice part about it is that once you have opened this assignment, these notes are going to be permanently in your Google Drive. So if you need to access them again, you just need to search main idea in your Google Drive and you should find this set of slides. Moving to the next slide, you might see something at the bottom of a slide that says read slide and then move on. That means that this slide contains information, but there are no tasks to be completed. So we start with, what is main idea? Well, the main idea is the central idea of your article or your paragraph. It's essentially the message that an author is trying to send us in that text. So how do we write about these main ideas? We create a single sentence that summarizes what we think the article was mostly about and what the author wanted us to understand. So it's taking the entire text and trying to boil it down to one single sentence that summarizes the whole thing. So how do we find the main idea? Easy. We look at 4 different things: the topic of the text, the author's purpose, the text structure, and the supporting details that they provided. Starting with the topic, it is also called the subject. A topic is really just 1 to 2 words that describes what an article or paragraph is about. 2 or more articles can have the same topic, but different main ideas. One example is if you read 2 articles about distance learning, but one article was positive about it and said all the things that students can gain from it, while the other article talked about the negatives. They had the same topic, but their main ideas would be different because they were giving us different point of views on that topic. At this time, you would pause the video and read through this short paragraph. Then you need to determine what the topic is. Hint, you only write 1 to 2 words and you would type your answer in this yellow box below. Now let's look at the second part of main idea, and that's the author's purpose. As in, why is the author writing their paragraph? And there are 3 different purposes. The first one is to persuade, which means they are trying to convince the reader of something, that their opinion is right or that the reader should try something. Maybe the author's purpose is to inform, which means to just inform the reader or provide information to them without the opinion. Or maybe the author's purpose is to entertain, which usually means they're trying to make the reader laugh or cry, or to feel more than usual. At this point, reread the paragraph, except this time, in the blank at the bottom, tell me what you think the author's purpose is. Is the author trying to persuade us, inform us, or entertain us? The final element that goes into your main idea is the text structure. The text structure of an article or paragraph can give us clues as to what the main idea is, such as chronological sequential. Are they telling us about something that has to go in order? Cause and effect. Are they focusing on an event and telling us what the results were? Problem solution. Are they pointing out a problem and then telling us how to solve it? Argument support. Are they sharing their opinion and then supporting it with evidence? Compare and contrast. which looks at two or more topics and tells us how they are similar and different, or description, focusing on one topic and then describing its different features. We are going to look at the same paragraph, except this time you're going to tell me what the text structure is by writing it in the blank below. If you need to flip back to the last slide to look at your 6 options, go ahead and then pause and type in your answer. What do you think the text structure is? Now that we have figured out our topic, our author's purpose, and the text structure of our paragraph, by combining these 3 pieces together, we will get our main idea. So our main idea is just a collection of these 3 pieces. Now, main idea can go by other names. So you might see it referred to as the central idea or the key idea. But these 3 terms, they all mean the same thing. So, quick reread the same paragraph. See if you can remember what you put as your topic, your author's purpose, and your text structure. Go ahead and pause it this time and then move on and compare your answers to the correct ones. If you said the topic of the paragraph was crocodiles, you're correct. The author's purpose, you could say they are both persuading us and informing us, because they're trying to tell us about what's going on with the crocodiles while persuading us to do something about it. And the text structure was problem solution, because the paragraph introduced a problem with the crocodiles, which is that they are becoming endangered, and then providing us with a solution on how to fix it. So if I put these 3 items together, I can come up with the main idea. At this point, here are 3 possible main ideas. Pause, read through the 3 options, and then in the yellow box, type which one you think is the best main idea based off of topic, author's purpose, and text structure. So you'll be typing either A, B, or C in the yellow box. If you said the answer was A, you are correct. Crocodiles face the problem of becoming endangered, but people can help preserve their populations. Why is this the best answer? Because it includes our topic, crocodiles. It hints at the text structure by mentioning the problem and solution, and it describes the message that the author was trying to send us, which is trying to inform and persuade us about what's happening to the crocodiles and what we can do. It sums up all of the details in one single sentence. So now let's look at those supporting details. We call all of the facts, opinions, and research in an article supporting details. They prove the main idea correct. They're like a table. They are the legs of the table. They are what supports the top of the table, which is your main idea. Without the legs, the table would collapse. On the next slide, you're going to see the same paragraph, except now you're going to be looking for the supporting details. So you are going to find 4 details, and you're going to either underline or highlight them. Again, these are the details that support our main idea. They are the evidence telling us that crocodiles are endangered and need help. Go ahead and pause the video, find your 4 details, and once you have highlighted them, you can either underline or highlight them in a different color Make sure you find 4 different details. At this point, you're also going to pause the video to watch a YouTube clip. You are going to be coming up with the main idea of this clip. So you need to be thinking about what is the topic of it, what is the author's purpose, and what is the text structure. At this point, you can pause the video and type in what you think the topic was. You just have to type A, B, or C. If you need to watch the video again, just go back to the previous slide and rewatch. When you pause on this slide, you're going to tell me what the author's purpose was. Was it persuade, inform, or entertain? Again, you just type your answer A, B, or C here. When you pause on this slide, you're going to be determining the text structure that was used in the video. Here are the 6 different text structures. Simply type your answer A through F based off what you think was used in the video clip. Now you can see the correct answers. The topic of the video clip was shelter dogs. The author's purpose was to inform us about what was happening, and the text structure was cause and effect. They focused on an event and then the results of that event, or the effects. So based off of that, you are going to write your own main idea in the box. It should include the topic, it should only be 1 to 2 sentences, and it should summarize the message, but in your own words. And again, you can tie in the author's purpose and the text structure. Now, if you are stuck, you can always use this as the start of your main idea. Kids spending time reading to shelter dogs has led to... At this point, pause the video and type in your main idea. Now that you've written the main idea of the video clip, you need to write down 1 supporting detail. This is one of the details that would support the main idea that you came up with. Again, if you need to go back and rewatch the clip to look for details, go ahead and then come back to this slide and type your answer here. By now, you have been through all of the main idea notes, including how we come up with a main idea and supporting details. At this point, you're going to pause this video so that you can tell me about 2 things you learned from today's lesson, typing each of them in the 2 boxes. Congratulations! You should now be done. You should have filled out all of the yellow boxes, which means you can submit your assignment to get credit for your work. If you do not click submit, your assignment will not be turned in for credit. The great thing is, this slide is now in your Google Drive. So if you ever need to return to the notes, you can find it in your Google Drive simply by searching main idea.